app features you probably didn't know about, but that can get you a lot of information in a short period of time, part 3. Now, these spy apps that are offered in ProSpy can go really far as like gathering information from a phone. And what I mean by really far is that these things are borderline illegal, and you have to be very, very careful when you use them, because I'm not going to say that they're like, law enforcement grade, but they're pretty darn close with the amount of information they can get and just how easily these apps can gather information. So listen up. So stay with me here for a few minutes. I'm gonna go down more features, and there's going to be a part 4 and a part 5 to this. So listen up for the features that might benefit you the most. So with the iPhone spy apps that are offered in ProSpy, you can get like Tinder messages. So if you think someone has an alternate dating profile, the Tinder messages that they're sending and receiving will be captured. So will Bumble messages as well. And also Hinge. Those are the top 3 dating apps. There are many, many other dating apps, but these spy apps mainly rely or concentrate on those dating apps. Another one is a keylogger. Keylogger will record the keystrokes. Whatever is entered into that keyboard on the phone will be recorded and uploaded to your account. Now this could be, the keylogger can be a great thing because, aside from text messages and emails and everything else that it'll capture, the keylogger will capture everything else that's going on the phone. So really, when you look at it, there's not going to be a lot that's happening on the phone that you're not going to be able to see. Another one is Facebook, Facebook calls, Facebook DMs, things like that. I just want to make sure that I mention here that these apps are very, very powerful. They're very, very easy to use. Don't forget, these things are made with the average person in mind, but you have to be careful. And there, as I said, some of these features are borderline illegal, depending on the state and country you're located in. But always remember, it's illegal to install monitoring or surveillance software to a phone that you do not own or have authorization to install. Now, if you have ownership interest in the phone, that might be a different story entirely. I would urge you to seek legal advice from a lawyer or anybody who's qualified to give you reliable legal advice. I'm not offering legal advice. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you how these apps operate. Now, so there's going to be a part 5, a part 4, a part 5, and probably a part 6. I'm going to also go into Android. I also want to mention that if you're monitoring an iPhone, you want to get the app for an iPhone. It doesn't make a difference what type of phone you have. So if you have an Android and the person you're monitoring has an iPhone, you'd want to get the iPhone version of everything. That's what you want to do. Makes no difference your phone. You can log into your account and you'll have the remote connection established when you use the OTA, which is over the air link, to establish the remote connection with the app. And then, again, make sure you operate within the framework of the law, whether if you're using call recording, remote microphone activation, or any of the features that I mentioned in any of these, part 1 and 2. Just make sure you operate within the framework of the law. And remember, there's a big difference between thinking you're being cheated on and knowing you're being cheated on. When you use these apps, if you think you're being cheated on, most times people's, their guts are right, and you're going to get the information you want to see. When you do, it could be quite shocking. But look at the bright side. At least now you'll have the truth. You can make your own decisions and move on with your life the way you want to. iPhone